Hey guys, and welcome to the second episode of our Game of Thrones mini podcast. I'm Adam,
I'm Kath.
and we're horrible, horrible podcasters who haven't given you anything in like 2 weeks.
Well, that's my fault. Like, I was in the hospital, I had to get surgery, and then I was on recovery time, and I wasn't able to record yet, and so I'm feeling up to it now, so that's kind of why we had to take a little break.
So yeah, for this episode, we're going to be talking about Game of Thrones season 8, episode 1 and 2, because both came out during the time we were like unable to record.
Yeah.
So we'll start with Game of Thrones episode 1, the intro to this season.
I thought it was like a strong opening because, I mean, its real purpose was just to get a lot of people in the same place.
It was a very chilled out episode.
Yeah, like it was low expectation, like you knew there wasn't going to be like a massive fight scene or anything yet.
Yeah, no, it was very much, look, Jon and Arya haven't seen each other since episode 1, and now they're hugging.
Yeah, that was nice. It was interesting to see a lot of people reunited. I mean, in fairness, it wasn't like as big of a scene as I thought it was going to be for some of them, but it was still good.
Like, Bran and Jon basically got the same thing Bran gave everyone else.
Well, yeah.
Hi, I exist now.
Like, hey, it's just your boy.
The three-eyed raven, just here.
Staring at people all the time.
It's so awkward. He just, you look
Who keeps
then.
wheeling him to these places and leaving him? Does he wheel himself? He can't reach his wheels.
I don't think he wills himself, because Tyrion in the second episode offered him help.
Yeah, that's true. Like, so I'm just like, who has been specifically hired to just wheel him places and leave him alone?
And leave him, because, like, I mean...
Because they always find him on his own.
Yeah, he's always on his own, and I feel like he stays there for hours at a time, and he just is there to spook people out.
Yeah, like, wasn't there that one scene where he was literally in the same spot for, like...
An entire night.
Just staring
Well,
at
he
people as they
probably
arrived.
wasn't, but because of the way the show was shot, it just kind of looked like he was.
Yeah.
So, you've seen the episode, spoilers, of course.
Yeah, like, we don't restrain on spoilers here, just because you have time to watch it, like...
Especially this time.
Exactly, like, episode 3 is coming out in, like, a few days.
Yeah, we specifically release on the Friday to avoid, like, give people, you have 5 days to watch it.
Yeah.
And, like, you don't have to watch it or take the second it comes out, you can wait a while.
Like, you're not allowed to be butthurt when you know we're talking about spoilers. If you don't want to hear about the spoilers, go watch the episode and then come back and listen.
Yeah. So, we got a lot of mirrors to the very first episode of the show.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. Their very first scene is a little kid climbing up a tree to get a cool view, the way Bran and Arya both did.
Yeah.
He didn't have a helmet on the way Arya did, so it's same. But then the song that's playing is the same song that played when Rob and Cersei arrived.
Yeah.
But this time you've got people who actually like each other together. And like Tyrion coming back.
Yeah, like everyone showing up and like the Northerners' reaction to all of the foreign people showing up was very interesting to see, and I was like, wow, the Northerners are so racist.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not surprised by it. I feel like in a fantasy novel it doesn't have to be there.
Yeah, I suppose. And like maybe like I don't know if it was actually rooted in racism or anything. It's mainly just because these are all foreign people coming in to essentially be their queen when they didn't ask for it, and like they have dragons.
Yeah, there's also the fact that Daenerys has now taken their king away from them.
Yeah, like he left the king and he came back the Warden of the North or something.
Oh, that reminds me of something I had a big issue with.
What?
Lyanna's just going out for drama.
Yeah.
It's like you could have just kept your mouth shut. But you're ready to fight, and she did that last season too. That's kind of her character.
Yeah.
I'm young and I speak my mind. And
yeah, like I'm the sassy child who's not gonna like sugarcoat it and just tell you how it is.
Yeah. So then Sansa's also then being sassy to Daenerys too.
Yeah.
They keep giving her lovely side eyes. It's
but like
fun.
you can just tell Sansa's just like not here for any of Daenerys' shit. She's like, yeah, you're whatever. You're boning my brother. I don't care. I don't like you.
Yeah, she's just kind of like, we can't feed you, and it's kind of like, what do your dragons even eat? Like, where's the budget for this, guys?
Like, what do they eat? Anything they want. Well, could you at least give us some options? We can get you a goat.
Yeah, or sheep or anything like. But it's just like, be more helpful. Don't like. So much tension in this show could be avoided if people just were more honest with each other, and I think friendship is what is needed in Westeros.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, you know, if Cersei had just texted, "Hey, by the way, pushed your son out a window," well, got my fucking
Just sent
boyfriend.
like a raven, like, just want to let you know.
Yeah, but also we didn't kill John Aaron. That was not us. Like, And they're like, oh, well, you were honest about this one thing, so we'll believe you about John Arryn.
Yeah.
And then, what else? We get the cool little dragon flight scene.
That was interesting, seeing John become, they're basically dragon riders now, so I guess, like, that's going to be the battle is coming up in the next episode. So I'm sure we're going to see some dragon riders, you know, out and about, burning shit up. That'll be interesting. And I imagine the Night King might use the dragon that they've turned. It was Viserion that got killed, right?
Yes.
So I imagine they're going to use Ice Viserion.
Very interesting how the one that's killed and joins your side is the same.
The one who would have betrayed her in real life. Yeah.
Yeah. So, what did you think about the theories that dragonfly was actually a mating dance?
I didn't know about that theory.
No?
No.
Yeah, that's what people think it was.
I mean, in fairness, I have a lot of Game of Thrones stuff muted up right now.
Yeah.
So, because I've been trying to avoid spoilers and, like, leaks. But, yeah, you know what? That actually sounds really interesting. Because, again, like, in our last episode, I said, we don't really know the genders of the dragons. We just know they're dragons. And, like, we don't know how they mate, how they have.
I think Drogon might be the girl.
I mean, maybe.
Like, I just think it's cool if Daenerys is one that's the girl and Jonathan's the boy. I don't know.
I like how Daenerys rides Drogon, but Jon rides Rhaegal, whose name is derived from his father's name.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, like, I think that's a nice tie-in.
But yeah, they have the flight, then they go kiss in front of the waterfall, and the dragons are giving looks. Like, hey, that's our mom.
Yeah, that was...
It was a bit comic relief for Game of Thrones, even.
Just so many memes came out from that. Like, I'm not calling him Dad, Daenerys.
Yeah, no, a lot of memes came out of this episode in particular. It's a kind of a new style for Game of Thrones where there's been funny moments in the past, but it's always a very heavily serious tone.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe they're getting us ready for the big battle episode, which is going to be more serious.
Yeah, like, they're probably trying to, like, ease us in now with just some comic relief, and then it's going to get really down to business in episode 3.
Yeah.
Because that's our halfway point.
So, we also see then in King's Landing, we have Cersei.
Yeah, we do have Cersei.
She's told the wall has fallen.
She was so upset that there were no elephants.
Another big comic relief moment that got memed to bits. And even
she was just so disappointed.
Everyone was joking about her line, if you want a whore, buy one, if you want a queen, earn her. And everyone was joking how that's going to be every girl's Instagram caption over the summer.
Yeah, but, like, it probably is.
I mean, it's probably going to be my Instagram caption over the summer, let's be real. But, like, yeah, loads of comic relief. And then Euron fucks her. And he's like, I'm going to put a prince in that belly.
And she's already pregnant, so...
Yeah, well, have you noticed she started drinking again? Which she wasn't doing last season.
Yeah, but they've also never said in the show that you shouldn't drink while pregnant.
I guess, but I did notice. And it's one of the things Tyrion noticed, that she wasn't drinking.
Oh, I suppose.
So, like, I don't know. I feel like maybe it is known because... See, they're not directly based on our past, and that could have been something we wouldn't have known back then.
Maybe.
But in Game of Thrones, there's a lot more science. They've literally got magic. I feel like they would know you should drink.
Because, like, I feel like even if she was pregnant and then she wasn't pregnant anymore, she would still try to use it to her advantage.
Yeah. So I think she might be still pregnant, but maybe after Jamie left, she just got too depressed and started drinking again.
Maybe.
I mean, not to theorize too much, I don't think that baby's going to be born.
Yeah, I don't think so either because of that, like, the prophecy.
Yeah. And I don't think she'll have a miscarriage or anything. I just think she'll die before the baby gets a chance to be born.
Like, the prophecy said all of her children would die in her lifetime. So if she dies and then she loses the baby because of, you know, she dies, it still counts as the prophecy being fulfilled.
Yeah. Even if, like, I don't know, will Jamie kill her while she's pregnant though?
I don't know. I don't know who's going to kill Cersei, but I do feel like Cersei's going to die.
Yeah, I mean, if we're sticking to that prophecy, it did say little brother, which means one of them has to kill her.
That's true, and she is oldest.
Yeah. So yeah, no, we really don't know what's gonna happen with Cersei.
Yeah, I'm theorizing here. I think if it has to be one of her younger brothers, I think it would be Jamie.
Yeah.
But I feel like it would be because she was already dying, and he would put her out of her misery.
Ooh.
Yeah. I feel like maybe something happened. Maybe she's literally dying, but she's in a lot of pain. And maybe he, like, slits her throat or something so she dies faster.
That would be fair Game of Thrones.
That would be very Game of Thrones. It would also be very Jamie Cersei.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder what she'd be dying from. Big battle or something?
I don't know. Like
Maybe an
wound,
elephant comes out of nowhere.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, we'll have to find out. I don't think we're going to see her for a while now.
Do you think Tyrion is going to try and join the fight?
I don't know. See, that's more episode 2 where we talk about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's just get to episode 1 first. What's
Okay.
less than episode 1?
Well, like, it was just a lot of people getting to, like, Winterfell and stuff. Like, Gendry got back, the Hound showed up, the Brotherhood Without Banners.
Arya wants the Gendry to make her a weapon. We see that.
Yeah, and at first I didn't expect the weapon to be what it turned out to be.
Yeah, the weapon in the end was like basically a double-ended spear.
Yeah, which was really cool, and like it makes sense because she has trained with that. But
Yeah.
I don't know why I was expecting like a dagger or.
It kind of looks like something you could like throw and part would come out of it. I don't know. The drawing they used was weird. But yeah, and then it ends with Samwell
Yes.
going out. He's told by Daenerys, "Oh, by the way, killed your brother and sad."
Yeah, and that was upsetting because Sam was so upset, and you could just see Daenerys was like, "What?" Like, I felt like she didn't really care. She just hated that he was upset.
Was so cold in that scene.
She was very cold. But that's what she's become. She's become very cold and detached.
Maybe the further.
I think Jon is what makes her more vulnerable.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like when she goes to colder places, she gets colder. She was a lot more warmer and caring in Essos.
But she was also a lot more hot-headed and violent.
True.
So you might have there might be some stock in that, what you've just said, but at the same time, there's like pros and cons.
We have to find the perfect like neutral temperature for her to live in.
Yeah, like maybe she should try living in Dorne.
Yeah. Like, not as hot as Essos, not as cold as the North, just stay there.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe King's Landing's the perfect place for her. But yeah, and then Samwell storms off. He runs out. He sees Bran staring at him because that's all
And
Bran
Bran's
does.
just like, you gotta tell him. It's gotta be you. You're his best friend.
Yeah. So then Samwell tells Jon that he's Aegon Targaryen, 6th of his name. R plus L equals J.
Yeah, like the true-born heir to the Iron Throne.
Yeah.
So, and that's how they choose to end the episode, which is like, makes sense because it's like a really
Well,
dramatic
no.
place to leave off.
They end with Jaime showing up
Oh, well, yeah, but like,
and getting stared at again by Bran.
yeah.
And this is the scene we were talking about earlier where it kind of looks like he was there all night because he said he was waiting for an old
He was literally
friend.
in like the same spot
The exact same
entire
spot.
time.
And he said, "I'm waiting for an old friend." So
Yeah.
did he wait there all night for Jaime to show up?
I mean, maybe.
That's what I think happened, and I want to know, and I just want him to like
I feel
show
like
a
the
time
cold
lapse.
wouldn't have bothered him,
Yeah, plus
so he would have stayed there.
isn't he like covered in blankets?
Doesn't he
too?
like never eat anymore?
Yeah. I feel like how the old three-eyed raven kind of blended in with the tree. He's
Mhm.
kind of blending into his wheelchair.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, he like I just want a time lapse of him staying there all night, just as people walk around him. That would just be fun.
Yeah.
So then the next episode starts, and we have Jaime's kind of trial.
Yeah.
Daenerys is all like, "Oh, you killed our father," and completely disregards the fact that her dad was an asshole, as
Yeah,
everyone
like he burned
does.
people alive.
When it comes to Jaime, everyone just always forgets
He killed a king. Yeah, he killed a madman.
and raped his wife every night.
Mm-hmm.
And like Jaime had to listen to that because I don't know if they mentioned the show, but as you can see earlier in season 1, Jaime had to wait outside Rob's room while he fucked whores that weren't Cersei.
Yeah.
So he had to do the same thing with the Mad King's wife.
Yeah.
And hear her not want it and all that. And that, like, of course he was going to, and he was way younger too.
Mm.
Like, he was going to, it annoys me how he got so much shit for this for the entire show as
Yeah,
Kingslayer.
I mean, like, by no means is he a perfect character or, like, completely redeemable.
but I also
like,
feel
you
like
can
people get mad at
understand-
him for the wrong thing.
Yeah. And they called him out saying that you attacked Ned Stark, like, in the middle of the street. And he's like, yeah, and I would do it again. We were at war. And I was like, okay, I can kind of respect that he's sticking to that because they were at war.
But I also feel like, no, they weren't. Because Ned Stark was in King's Landing.
Yeah, but he felt like he was a threat to the crown.
Yeah.
So, I can understand why he did it and why he's not, like, he doesn't regret that he did it.
Yeah. But he's also low-key lying when he says we were at war.
I suppose.
That was kind of the start of the war, because then Ned got taken as prisoner, and then Rob Stark decided we have to go to war.
Yeah.
So no, Jamie started that war. But whatever, fake news, little propaganda going on there.
I really liked Arya's being reunited with the Hound.
Yeah.
Because, like, you could just, from the way she looked at him, and it was kind of like she didn't know how to feel. Because, like, you can just tell, like, she has, like, a platonic love for him, like, she respects him, sort of.
But they refuse to be nice to each other.
Yeah, but that's their way.
Yeah.
You know? Like, when he was like, oh, you're still a bitch. And it's like, that is so Hound Arya dynamic. That's perfect.
Low-key wanted them to hug, though.
I also kind of wanted them to hug.
But I understand it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't fit their dynamic, and while we want it to happen, it just doesn't make sense. Like, something else I want to point out, I didn't like the Gendry Arya scene.
No,
I didn't like it, and it felt weird, because a lot of people I saw online were like, oh, finally, I've been waiting for this for years, and I was like, she was literally like 12 when they actually had the arc together, their first character arc together. And then they were separated, so you really wanted to see a 12-year-old fuck like a 20-something-year-old so bad, and that's just weird to me.
Yeah, that's something I didn't want to see, but I could tell she kind of, you know, when you're young and you have like a schoolgirl crush on an older boy, I could see that she had that for him.
Yeah, I mean, I understand.
But I still didn't want the 12-year-old to go fuck the older boy.
Yeah, I could understand why it happened, like why Arya and Gendry ended up having sex. I can understand why. It's just that I didn't, you know, I
wasn't pushing for it, and I feel like people who are saying, oh, I've wanted this for so long, are a bit
like, a lot of people are really uncomfortable about it too, because they're like, I see you as a 12-year-old still, and we saw your like side boob. And
and it doesn't help that she's also kind of short too.
Yeah,
and she has a young face.
She does. She looks very, very childlike already.
And she's in her 20s.
Yeah, and like, that's not to say she isn't a beautiful grown woman. Yeah. She is. It's just a case of, when in Game of Thrones, I'm always going to see her as that like little 12-year-old kid.
Because really her face hasn't changed from then much. So it is kind of awkward to see her, and you watch her grow up. And I like that she did interviews afterwards, and she said she was given the choice of how much she wanted to show. And I like that they gave her that choice, because she did literally grow up on screens in front of these people.
And like, characters didn't really have that option in like season 1, season 2. Like, they were told basically, oh yeah, you have to show it all. Yeah. So like, it's nice that now, at the very least, there are actors and actresses who are being given the option. Yeah,
because that's what turned my granny off Game of Thrones. She got through season 1, but she couldn't keep watching. She just reading like how women were portrayed. Yeah. And like, I do like that it's getting better now, but I still don't think I can get her through the rest up until it gets to that point. Yeah. But like, we had that touching moment. Touching, as in they touched each other. I
mean, I do like that it ties in with season 1 as well, because Arya and Gendry getting together, it's the same as when, like, everyone was talking about it online when Rob was saying, when Robert Baratheon was saying, you have a daughter, I have a son, we should join our houses. Yeah. They kind of did, you know? In a way, it still happened. So, like, there are little callbacks to season 1, little things that they said then are happening now.
Yeah, you kind of noticing history also kind of sort of repeating itself, which is a theory I have that I want to get into later. Yeah. But we'll get through, like, our favourite moments too. Brienne getting knighted.
Brienne getting knighted was so... It was a moment that I felt paid off, because she was like, oh, I don't care about that, but you know she does.
She did. And then the memes where it was comparing her to Ellen getting her medal from Barack Obama. That killed me too. That was amazing.
Oh, no. But like, because I don't know if Brienne really is in love with Jaime at this point, or if she just...
admires him
and has like a strong connection with him that I like. I don't ship them at all. I don't even really ship Brienne and Tormund.
No, honest. That annoys me. It's Tormund. Like, here's the thing: Tormund comes from a culture where you basically pick up a woman, bring her to your house, and you're married, and you can have sex with her. And the fact that he hasn't done that with Brienne shows a lot of respect for her.
It does, but because like he sees her as a brave, incredible warrior. And a woman, he doesn't just see her as like.
But he also keeps ogling over her, and it's kind of like. Oh.
Yeah, like I mean, he's kind of funny. Like a goofy puppy. Like
it's hilarious.
He doesn't know how to like calm down and not show every emotion he's having.
Yeah.
But like, no, I don't ship Brienne and Jaime, and I don't think they're going to get together or whatever, or like even kiss or something. But I do feel like, because I feel like we've reached the end of Brienne's story. Now.
You think she's dying?
Yeah, I think she's gonna die in the battle.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
We saw the trailer, and in the trailer, she's right next to Jaime, and they're both in the front lines.
Yeah.
Like, Jaime will survive somehow, but Brienne's gone.
Yeah, Jaime's gonna live. I think Brienne's gonna die. I think Podrick is also gonna live.
Maybe.
And maybe share like one last moment with Brienne.
Maybe. I think Brienne might die saving either Jaime or Podrick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Which is very noble.
It's of course, and it
I also
only
think the Hound might die.
maybe protect Arya.
I think so. Like maybe it would be very Hound Arya.
I will cry if it happens.
Like if he uses his last moment to protect her, and he's like, "You're home now. I'm like, my job is done," and then he just does something and he dies and he protects her, and that would be such a lovely moment.
Sorry, you just made me really sad.
I'm sorry, but like I feel like that might happen.
It would be a great sad moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think they're not safe. A lot of people aren't safe. I don't think Davos Seaward.
Okay, I don't know if I could handle losing Davos, to be honest.
I don't know how safe he is.
I don't know. There are too many characters that have their stories they feel like they're reaching a natural conclusion at this point, so there's no point for them to actually be alive.
And they can't all make it to the end.
Yeah, not all of them are going to make it. There's going to be a lot of deaths. A lot of main character deaths are going to happen. Like a lot of big, here since season 1 deaths are going to happen.
Yeah, I think Tormund might be going to.
You think Tormund's going to die?
Yeah, but here's the thing: we just in the books, from what I've been told, Tormund's a lot funnier. He tells a lot of stories. Like, I know for a fact the Giantsbane story is different in the books.
Yeah.
But he does tell stories like this that are just wild stories that probably aren't true.
There is a story in the books, I can't remember if they ever bring it up in the show, where they call him husband of bears because apparently he goes out in the wild and he has sex with she-bears and then they have like really strong children.
Well, they can't bring it up in the show because it leads into a theory that he's
the father of some of the Mormonts. Yeah.
Yeah, and that just wouldn't work because they're not alive.
Yeah, that would.
Lyanna's the last one.
Yeah. Well, there's the House Mormont and like they're all called bears.
Yeah, but the whole thing is that he's Lyanna's dad.
Possibly.
Well, it's a theory.
Because I'm pretty sure they leave a lot of their daughters unmarried as well because they're warriors.
Yeah.
So they don't care about marrying. And they just have kids.
But like it would be, they're not bringing it up, but it would be fun if it came up. But he does have, there's loads of stories about that way where he gets his names, and that's more Book Tormund. And it was nice to see that, and I also feel now that they've given us actual Book Tormund, it might just kill him off.
I suppose. I really liked Jorah in episode 2 of this season. For one, giving such good counsel to Daenerys, because while he doesn't like Tyrion, he also completely understands Tyrion's value.
Yeah.
I thought that was great counsel from him. But also the moment where Sam gives him, is it Highwind?
No, Heartsbane.
Heartsbane, the sword, and it seems really nice because the sword he would have inherited, Jon has, and it's nice to see him inherit a family sword too, because since he got like banished from his house and everything, and I thought that was really nice because I do feel like Jorah is a very honorable man.
Yeah,
like he's made mistakes in the past with like the slave smuggling and things like that, but overall we've just seen him prove himself time and time again how honorable he is.
Yeah. Plus, at the end of the day, Heartsbane wasn't going to be used by Sam. He literally couldn't lift it up.
Yeah, like he said, like, and all, I literally cannot lift it. And I remember my brother had come in at that point. He's like, "Why can't he lift it?" And I was like, "Because it's heavy." And he's like, "Oh, is that it?" And I was like, "Well, can you fucking lift it?" No.
Which actually kind of goes against the whole point of Valyrian steel, which is that it's lighter than regular steel.
But it also does look like a massive sword.
It's a big sword. Ice is also back in Winterfell, the Stark sword.
Yeah, because it was melted down into Oathkeeper and
Widow's Wail.
Widow's Wail,
which Jaime has.
Did he not rename it?
No, Brienne renamed.
Well, no, Jaime named Oathkeeper.
Yeah, but he didn't rename Widow's Wail.
I thought he would have, because Widow's Wail is more Joffrey.
He's just not going to give it a name.
Yeah, I suppose.
He's just like, it had a name. He can't rechange it. He's just not going to say it because Joffrey's dead.
That's fair. I do think Jorah might die in this fight.
Yeah.
Either this fight, or we know there's going to be another fight, because there's the fight against the White Walkers and then there's going to be the fight for the crown.
I think there's going to be 3 fights.
You think there's going to be 3 fights?
I think there's going to be the fight with White Walkers this time.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to win it. I think they're going to have to retreat.
Oh, okay, so you think it's just going to be like a temporary pushback and then there's going to be another White Walker fight?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there's going to be a lot further south fight that Cersei will have to join in on.
Okay.
Before they fight Cersei. Because I do think Cersei's going to have to fight White Walkers.
Possibly.
If not her, the Greyjoys.
Yeah. I like that. I mean, I find it interesting that so far Cersei's the only, quote-unquote queen who's not going to fight.
Yeah.
Like, Jon is a king, was a king, and is also a warrior. He's going to fight. Daenerys is a queen, and she's going to use her dragons to fight.
And then the Night King's gonna fight her.
Yeah, and the Night King is gonna fight. Like they're all warrior kings and queens, whereas Cersei is the only one who's gonna sit back and watch things happen.
Well, that's her personality.
Yeah.
That's what she's always done.
Do you think she might actually kill herself?
No.
No?
No.
Because I know she had the option before, and she nearly did it. Like, she was going to kill Tommen, and then she was going to kill herself when he was little.
Yeah.
And then she didn't. So...
That was the case of she would rather...
be dead than, like, be taken prisoner.
Yeah.
I wonder... Because maybe something like that will come up again.
She's very different now, because even then, that was part of also, she didn't want to be raped by people. The only person she wanted inside her.
By war now.
The only person she wanted inside her was Jaime.
True.
And now she's let Euron inside her. I don't think she enjoyed it. She fucking cried afterwards.
Mm. And like she boned Lancel as well.
Well, she only boned with a reminder of Jaime.
True.
And I don't think Euron does.
I think she's prepared to just use her sexuality now for her own political gain as well. Yeah. So maybe she's not as...
Now, all her kids I don't think she cares.
Yeah, maybe she doesn't care. Maybe she feels like she has nothing to lose.
Yeah. She just wants what she tried to give them that she can have, which is...
Yeah, I think she feels like she's owed after everything she's sacrificed and lost.
So, like, I think... I don't think she's going to kill herself. I think she's going to fight the last second.
Yeah, yeah.
And once again, I think that prophecy is going to come true, that she gets fucking killed by Jaime.
Yeah. Mm.
So killing herself wouldn't really work with that.
Yeah, no, that's true. I feel like if Jaime's going to kill her in any way, it's going to be either because she's already dying...
Or because she does something unspeakable.
Maybe. Like, do you think... You did say earlier, history repeating itself. And there is a lot of theories going on that Cersei's the new Mad King.
That she could light people on fire.
Yeah, maybe she'll light people on fire. Maybe she'll get stabbed in the back by Jaime.
So here's what I think. Right, okay. I will go into my big history.
I'll go into it. I want to hear. Yeah.
Right, so it starts off, we have Jon now getting with Daenerys. Mm-hmm. We've had incest before.
Yeah, and they don't seem particularly bothered by it now.
I mean, when he tells Daenerys, she's more bothered about the crown than the incest.
Yeah, she literally does not bat an eyelid about the whole incest part. It's literally just that, oh, so you're in line for the throne and I'm not.
Yeah. But we've had in the past Targaryens fighting Targaryens for the throne.
That is true. A lot of them have killed each other about it.
I think Daenerys is going to come back.
Oh, do you think so?
Yeah, I think she's going to be the new Mad King.
Oh, that would be interesting, because she does have a temper.
I think she'll be killed by someone, possibly Tyrion.
Why Tyrion?
Because he's the Hand. And he'd have to see all this. Because he's very useless at the moment. He's not good at war. He's not great
He's not good at fighting. He is good at
He's not good at taking Westeros. He knew how to hold Westeros.
That's true.
But he's been so far really bad at taking Westeros.
Yeah, taking hasn't been his strong point, but defense has been.
He knows how to defend it. He knows how to rule it.
Yes. Yeah.
He cannot take it.
Yeah.
So he's going to be very useful afterwards. So I think he'll be her hand. He'll stay her hand, but she's not going to use him until she becomes queen.
Okay.
I think when she becomes queen, she's going to be very bad. I think it's going to happen very quickly that she does some really stupid things Jon doesn't agree with.
Yeah.
And I think Tyrion won't agree either, and Tyrion will know he has to kill her. And it will be once again a Lannister killing their ruler. A
Lannister killing a Targaryen. Yeah.
Yeah. So he'll be Queenslayer. Jaime will be Kingslayer.
Okay.
That's what I'm thinking. Or
that is an interesting parallel.
There's also Jaime becoming Queenslayer as well, killing Cersei.
I do feel like that's a very strong possibility. Yeah. So.
But this time he won't be dishonorable for it though, because he wasn't her fucking guard.
Yeah.
But no, and I also think Sansa has to become leader of the North.
I think she will be left in charge of the North. Also, what did you think of Sansa and Theon's reunion?
Well, they can't have sex.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to... I kind of really don't want them to push a romantic relationship with that. I feel like it's just the gratitude of him helping her escape from her rapist.
Yeah, that's what I think it is.
Yeah.
But also the way he was looking at her at the end scenes were different.
It was different, but at the same time, I really... I mean, I feel like they probably will push a romantic relationship for the two. I don't want them to, and I don't feel like it's necessary at all. It might. I would be if they do push a romantic relationship, I'm not going to hate it. I'll see where it goes. Maybe they'll try and handle it well.
I think Theon's going to die protecting Bran.
He might die. I feel like Theon, I think his destiny is to die for the Starks.
I think Gilly might die too.
You think Gilly's going to die?
Well, what do you think about that theory that all the dead in Winterfell are going to be raised when Night King?
Yeah, everyone getting into the crypt when like the Night King literally raises corpses. I feel like the corpses are going to get raised.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people will probably die down in the crypt. We know Tyrion's going to be down there. We know Gilly's going to be down there. We know a lot of women and children are going to be down there. We also know that little girl who really wanted to like fight people with her brothers is going to be down there. I really hope she, like, if she's going to die anyway, I hope she at least gets, like, a good punch in or something.
I think we'll see her get one good punch in and maybe escape.
That would be cool.
Although they have shown they're not against just randomly showing his kids and killing them off.
Mm.
But, I don't know. I think Gilly might die saving little Sam.
That would be very sad.
But I think Sam has to live and write the entire story as a Song of Ice and Fire.
Yeah, I feel like Sam, I mean, I really want Sam to make it.
Yeah.
But I also like the fact that he is legit going into the fight, and he's like, I want to point out, I'm the first one of all of us who killed a White Walker. So why the fuck would I be in the crypt? I'm just like, yes, Sam, tell them, yeah. I fucking love Sam.
Yeah, no, it sounds great. So many people that we think are going to die. Actually, now I think about it.
Yeah.
Jon has to live. Daenerys has to live.
See. Yeah, I mean, I still think that either Jon or Daenerys or Jon and Daenerys are going to end up on the throne. It's got to be one of them.
I don't think it will be both, though.
I mean, if it were both as some sort of super power couple, you know, whatevs.
If it does, I think it would be hidden that Jon's a Targaryen.
Yeah, like, I feel like Jon would be fine with not telling anyone.
Because I feel like Westeros is very against incest now.
Yeah.
Considering Targaryen incest probably led to the Mad King.
Well, yeah, all the inbreeding.
Unless you believe, you know, the theory that someone actually worked into him, telling him to burn the White Walkers, and that's why he started burning them all.
I don't believe it.
I'm not into that theory either myself.
No, I think he was just crazy from the inbreeding.
Same.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just our scientific minds. But yeah, so I think the Westeros people will be very against more Targaryen inbreeding.
I feel like there is a chance Jon will straight up just not tell anyone. He might just say to Daenerys, look, I don't care about having the Iron Throne. I care about you, and I care about us living another day. So let's
See, I don't
fight
think
the
he's even going to say that. I think he's just going to say, I care about us fighting the White Walkers.
Yeah. So, like, yeah, like, the Iron Throne, he does not care. He doesn't want that. He didn't even want to be king of the North. He just wanted to save his people.
Yeah.
Like, Jon cares, first and foremost, about keeping his people safe. And that's it. Which is why he was a good king.
Yeah, I feel like Jon's not even a question. I feel like Jon's just at this point, and has been for the last few seasons, just cared about stopping the White Walkers.
Exactly, like he just cares about keeping people
Which
safe.
is logical. He's the only logical person.
Yeah. He's the only one who's like, you guys, I'm serious. Like, can we have this fight when we've saved the world, please? Thanks.
Do you believe Sansa, I mean not Sansa, Daenerys is in love with Jon as she made out to be to Sansa?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
Like, she
also,
did
I'm
go
curious.
north.
I'm curious because a lot of prophecies were said about her having a baby. Remember when they said, you know, like when East is West and all this shit, and when like a lot of, like, I can't remember what, Miri Master.
That's not a prophecy. That's a long way of saying never.
Yeah, but also I feel like, but what if shit happens? Like, what if stuff happens and then suddenly she can have a baby?
Okay.
So, like, I think maybe things are going to happen. Like, there's a lot of ways to interpret when East is West and when all this shit is the opposite, because Jon was dead and now he's alive again, which is the opposite of being dead, you know? So a lot of stuff is happening. A lot of things that should be this way have been the complete opposite way. So maybe there is a chance that there's going to be the Targaryen bloodline continued.
Maybe.
So I think that they are going to stay coupled, and like some sort of pregnancy is going to happen. And I think because she does love Jon.
Yeah.
I think she does. I think she doesn't love him as much as she's making it out right now, but I feel like she will, and something's going to happen, and it's going to make her realize that, like, you know what, yeah, no, it's Jon. Yeah.
I don't think she was ever infertile. I think that witch was just making shit up to scare her.
You think so?
Yeah. Like, she wasn't even good at bringing people back to the life. How good is she at making prophecies?
True, but at the same time, I feel like maybe she wasn't that powerful, but also I don't feel like she actually wanted to properly bring him back. I feel like she just wanted to, like, make him suffer and her suffer.
Yeah.
Because she blames Daenerys just as much for all the raping and pillaging and slaves as she blamed Drogo.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't see why you should have gone through all the sacrifice and stuff. Because we've seen people brought back for less.
That's true.
Than sacrificed.
Yeah.
Like, it's just dumb.
Do you think the Red Woman's gonna come back?
She said she will. So.
I wonder in what capacity.
Probably it's gonna be annoying and then die.
Yeah.
She said she's gonna die in this curse house, so she basically said she's gonna. And Faris.
True. Yeah.
Her and Faris are dead.
Yeah.
It's like just,
and I'm not even sad about it. I'm not gonna miss Faris.
Yeah, I'm done with him. What has he done in the last few seasons?
Complained.
He brought Tyrion to Daenerys and then...
And complained.
Yeah.
That's kind of it. He's sort of done. He's not useful anymore.
Even during when Tyrion was trying to deal with the war with Yunkai or wherever, Astor maybe, Ferris was useless during that too.
Yeah.
Like, what's he done? Nothing. Like, he can die now, thanks.
Like, he was useful in, like, season 1 when he was, like, having his secret meetings with Illyrio, but besides that, he's not really served a purpose.
Yeah. It's because they changed what he does in the books, and that's the whole reason.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like they were just waiting for a reason to come off, and I think the Battle of Winterfell is a very good reason, just fucking, bye.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, Tyrion will live. I'd think Tyrion will live. Podrick, maybe, I saw a great picture. It was, like, ranking people from safe to not safe. And at the very bottom, it was literally fucking poor Brienne. Because, like, doesn't it make sense to give her this big heartwarming moment and they're like, ugh.
And then kill her off, of course, because that's going to make us, like, emotionally devastated.
That's what they keep doing, though. Like, they're like, in one episode, Rob's wife's like, I'm pregnant. And then next episode, she's getting stabbed in her baby.
Yep.
Like, bye.
Mm-hmm. So, what do you think the battle's going to be like?
Brutal.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be long.
Yeah, I feel like the majority of the episode is just going to be battle-focused. Like, I don't think they're going to cut to, like, Cersei or anything too much, or, like, other people. I think it's going to be, like, almost entirely, if not entirely, focused on Winterfell.
Yeah, because even they've changed the intro, so that's only 2 locations now, pretty much. Well, they show Last Heart, but that's just because that's where the White Walkers went first.
Yeah.
Now they're going straight to Winterfell. They're going to probably stop showing Last Heart. They're not going to show them in this episode.
Yeah, I think so.
I think they'll show King's Landing and Winterfell again, and only them.
Yeah. And
then for the next episode, if what I think is going to happen is there's a retreat, they'll show wherever they retreat to. They'll show Winterfell. They'll have all the little blue tiles going past Winterfell towards wherever they retreat to. Mm-hmm. And they'll show King's Landing again, and it'll just be like... What do you think of the new intro, actually?
I like it. I like that it's new, because for the most part, a lot of it was very similar.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's new every season because they change little things. But I thought it was... I feel like it's interesting and it does fit the season. Yeah. And like the new, for the at least for the banding parts,
they're showing more recent stories. They show
like it was
the
always,
Red Comet. They show the Red Wedding too.
Yeah, like it used to always be more old stuff, but now it's like this is what's happening. This is where we are now.
Yeah, it's things viewers actually saw.
Yeah,
and they changed all the colors too. And I like they're showing the tracking of the Night Army by changing the tiles, but it almost feels like now they can't be turned back, but I think when they get killed they will be turned back. But for now I feel like all those places are no-go zone. Yeah, but I like that they've cut down location, then they're showing more detail. Like you see the crypts, you see the weirwood tree.
Yeah.
You see
I really liked seeing the weirwood trees in Winterfell, in the Godswood with all the snow.
Yeah.
Because we're used to seeing it when it was becoming winter and not really when winter was here.
Yeah. It's so pretty.
Yeah.
You also see King's Landing, you see the throne room as well, you see the big dragon skull with the arrow pointed at it, some stairways in the Red Keep.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool. I love that they're going into big detail.
Yeah, because this is the time when they're looking at the minute little details.
Yeah.
With, like, a lot of discussion in rooms and not so much outside, because this is when the plans are being made and it's crunch time and it's coming down to this.
And it just shows how all the characters are in 2 locations now.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane.
Like, this is what it's all come to. This is the culmination of 8 seasons of, like, battle and strategy and planning, and this is all where it's coming to a head. Yeah,
my mom was one. But for the battle, I think Daenerys should hold back her dragons.
You think so?
Because she brings them out straight away. Night King's gonna
yeah, I feel like they should maybe hold back the dragons until like it's absolutely unnecessary. Like wait until he plays his move, because we don't know what he's going to do with his dragon.
Because otherwise it's just losing dragons. Have you seen the promo shots for next episode?
No, I avoid them.
Really?
Yes.
Why?
I don't like knowing anything.
They're just... Do you want not watch the trailer too?
Nope.
Interesting.
You know I like to go in blind.
I know, but it's...
I don't want to know anything. I want to go in and not expect anything, because even if I've seen like one little clip, like it can be like 2 seconds long, I'm still going to look out for it. And I don't want to do that, because that's going to, like, if I'm looking out for it, I'm going to pick up on clues from things I've already seen in that episode. And it's going to be like, oh, well, that means this is going to happen because that character is there at that time. And I don't want that.
Yeah.
Like, I can't turn my brain off. It's going to be too hard for me not to try and piece it together in the back of my head. I'd rather just watch it all happen and make my assumptions based on that instead of what I've seen already.
Yeah.
It's for the same reason why I try to avoid everything possible I could see about Endgame.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
which we're covering next week, by the way.
Yeah. Like, I tried so hard to not look at anything about Star Wars, about Endgame. I'm trying really hard not to look about a lot of things to do with TV shows I want to start watching. Like, I'm trying very hard. And it is difficult sometimes because everyone's talking about it. But for the most part, if I just see a video, I click away from it really quick, or I, like, scroll past it. Yeah. I'm doing okay. It's just, I really much prefer getting a really fresh perspective on things instead of making assumptions based on things I've already seen.
Yeah. I'm the opposite, because they're 20 seconds long and I don't care. They really can't show that much.
Well, we have different opinions.
Yeah. Like, you're seeing 20 seconds of an aim in an episode.
20 seconds is 20 seconds that I'll never get back. So
alright.
I'd rather they were brand new when I see them.
Yeah. Well, it's a good trailer anyway. I can't talk about it now because Kath's not seen it.
Well, if you want to talk about it, you can. It's just, you're going to ruin it for me.
I'm going to ruin it for you.
Okay, fine.
Because I just think our audience will have watched it and they'll want to know about it.
Fair enough.
We see so much. Right, so we see, we get, it's full of jump cuts because it's so short, right?
Okay.
We get like this tiniest shot of a dragon, and I think it's implied that it's the Night King's dragon, but it's so quick you can't actually tell which dragon it is.
Okay.
You see Arya running off through the crypts, which is also a much older shot from the first trailer for the season.
Okay.
It's fun because in the original trailer, whatever is behind her is completely blacked out, and you can see how it's blacked out.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't know what's behind her, but like I'm guessing it's White Walkers or something.
Yeah.
Like there's already the theory that it's the crypts have dead in them. It's assumed that could be what it is.
Like everyone's thinking that. I don't know why the people in Winterfell aren't thinking that.
Yeah, like could you imagine Lyanna Mormont just turns out like, why would I go into the crypts, guys? That's where the dead are. And then you see Jamie and Brienne at the front of the battle lines waiting. Brienne's like, hold your horses or something. I don't know. I can't remember.
Hold your horses.
But they're like, or no, it's stand your ground.
Okay.
Which much more Brienne thing to say.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
And it's her. They look fucking terrified. So obviously that's the Night King army coming.
Yeah, like they've never really seen the dead.
No, and like we see at the end of the episode, it's a lot of them are White Walkers, which are like the more powerful, stronger generals of the army.
Yeah, like a lot of them are like the proper White Walkers and not just reanimated dead. Yeah,
the whites. That freaked me out. When I first saw that shot, it's like a long line of them. Sansa looks dramatic. Jon and Daenerys looks dramatic.
Of course.
Daenerys says something like, "The dead are already here," which could mean the crypts.
The crypts, yeah.
But it could also mean like they're out there, Jon, like because there's the sirens and all.
Unless she's saying we're all dead.
We're all dead.
Like none of us are going to survive this, which is very pessimistic.
And then the last 3 episodes are just the White Walkers ruling Westeros.
Yeah, like they're going to bring on like a really great economy boost. They're going to
kind of like in The Handmaid's Tale. There's like they've got a great recycling scheme. They're all using low energy cars. It's great for the environment.
Like I thought the world was perfect, but then the White Walkers came into power. And they had a really great recycling scheme. Their planned parenthoods are so great and accessible, and like they have a paid parental leave for both sexes. It's amazing.
If you're wondering what that noise was, it was Kath's dog shaking.
She loves me, and she doesn't want to leave me when I'm ill.
Yeah, whatever.
She's on the bed and she's watching me and she's making sure I'm okay. And sometimes she's gonna snore really loudly, and you're just gonna have to accept that.
She'll be in the Endgame podcast too, probably. But after that, she's banned from when we're recording.
I love that you think that you can enforce that when you can't.
I will not come over here.
Look at her.
So yeah, what are your final thoughts on the episode?
My final thoughts on episode 2 are predictions for 3.
Yeah, final thoughts and everything.
Well...
Don't ask me to elaborate. I don't know.
Well, I really liked a lot of the reunions between characters.
Yeah.
John and Sam was a great reunion. Arya and the Hound.
John and Sam's reunion, I disagree. I don't think that was great.
No?
Because it was like, were you hiding from me? And Sam was like, no. It's like, you were. First of all, bitch. Liar. And then he kind of just ruined the entire one for like, hey, by the way, you're heirs to the throne.
Well, I mean, you can just tell how close they are.
Yeah.
You know?
Tormund and John journey was more fun for me.
Tormund and John
he
was
just
funny.
jumps on him like a fucking cat.
He goes to hug one friend and then he just gets pounced on by Tormund.
Yeah.
Is the big woman still here? Yes, she is. Yes.
She's not even that big.
No, my final thoughts. I think we're in for a really good battle scene. I think we've had... So far, I feel like season 8's been good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been slow going because it's a lot of exposition and it's a lot of just getting people in the same place. But sure, that's like we expected that to happen. How else are they going to kick off everything when everyone was in a different place? So I feel like it's going at a pace that's okay. Like I don't feel like it's going too slow or too quick. I feel like it's at a good level.
I feel like it's literally just the calm before the storm.
Yeah, exactly. This is the calm before the storm.
And like it's gonna get so dramatic. All our favorite people are gonna die. Like, and we just don't know which ones, and that's the worst part.
If I'm not emotionally destroyed by the end of this season, then it's not Game of Thrones.
Like, here's the thing. I've already been emotionally destroyed by Endgame.
Yes.
No spoilers.
No spoilers, but oh my god.
No spoilers in this episode. Spoilers next week.
Yeah.
But like, we've been emotionally devastated by that. Now, on Sunday, we're going to get emotionally devastated by Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
It's like, why does everything we love die? Such big events all happening in 1 year.
Yeah.
Sick. And then the death of the Pokemon franchise when Detective Pikachu comes out.
I can't wait for Pikachu.
I'm going to watch it. I don't think I'm going to like it or love it.
I mean, we won't know until we see it.
Unless it's an R-rated Deadpool movie, but Deadpool is Pikachu, I'm not happy.
As long as Pikachu says fuck at least once.
Or holy shit.
Or holy shit. But I'd rather an F-bomb, you know?
Did we get any F-bombs this episode? I feel like there wasn't a lot swearing.
I mean, outside of the normal piss and shit and whatever's now.
And whores.
And whores and cunts.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think besides that, nah, we've had the normal level of Game of Thrones swears.
Oh, one moment I forgot that I loved was when fucking Grey Worm kisses me Sunday right before going off.
Yeah.
Oh, and then
so
after
passionate.
saying... It really caught me off guard when he said, "Do you want to leave?"
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that from Grey Worm because, you know, he's an Unsullied. But at the same time, he's so much more than that now.
At the same time, he's freed.
Yeah.
It sucks they still call them Unsullied because I feel like they shouldn't be called anymore.
I mean, they're called the Unsullied because they are untainted by... They say because they're untainted by human wants, but that's not true.
They are now... They are very much now sullied.
Yeah. Like, they crave connection and they crave being a part of something in the world and not just as an army.
So Hijine's going to die anyway. Grey Worm or Miss Sunday.
I feel like...
Neither of them are going... One of them has to go.
I mean, I would love to see them have a happy ending, but I feel like it's very likely Grey Worm's going to die because he's going to be in the battle.
I would like... I've said millions of times I want the last episode to be like an epilogue episode seeing what everything happens.
Yeah. Like, I feel like if at some point in the last episode... The throne's been taken, everything's fine, and like you just catch up with people, like this person's with their family and their children and they're
and then it's just a shot of Grey Worm and Miss Sunday holding it. Well, no, not holding a baby, I guess.
Not holding a baby.
Surrogacy.
Yeah, they could adopt, we don't know. But like not holding a baby, but just like holding hands and like looking somewhere warm in Dorne or something and just being together.
No, it'll be the Isle of Knot.
Okay.
Deal with it.
Yeah, okay. But like they'll be somewhere and they'll be happy together and that'll be very sweet.
Yeah. And then Cersei and Jaime will be off in Hawaii.
Dead.
And everyone will be alive. No one will have died in episode 3.
It'll be like the end of Lost when everyone just reunites and they're like, oh, hey guys, but they're all dead.
Sick. They're all White Walkers chilling.
Yeah. Like, maybe everyone will just become White Walkers and then it'll just be like, hey, this isn't so bad. Well, alright, back to whatever we were doing. Yeah. But they're dead now. That's it.
So thanks for watching this episode. We'll see you next Friday. If you want to tweet your opinions at us, our Twitter is @AdamandCat.
We'd love to know what you think about the episodes that have already come out and what you think is going to happen. Like, we'd love to hear your theories.
But like, don't Well, you can't spoil anything because the books aren't out.
Yeah, I don't think you need to like worry about spoilers because at this point, if people aren't watching, it's their own fault.
Yeah.
You can talk about whatever you want online. This isn't like with the Endgame spoilers. This is every week. Everyone has a chance to watch it. Just say what you want to say. We want to hear your theories and we want to hear what you thought about the episodes.
Yeah. We're going to be recording on Thursdays or Fridays. So if you want, you can wait till Tuesday or Wednesday and give people a 24-hour grace period.
Yeah.
But like, we're not going to complain if you show it because we're watching it at release.
Yeah, even if you just put like in your whatever post you're making, just spoiler at the top of it, like Game of Thrones spoiler, because like you don't want to be that guy.
Yeah.
But like, we really want to know what you think.
Yeah, we want theories because I kind of forgot my full theory earlier and I've butchered it completely. I'll remember for next episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, so thanks for listening. Goodbye.
Bye.